Peace and blessings, family. Sister Audrey, if it isn't one thing, it's another, right? I haven't gone extensively into the phenomenon of the glowing oceans. Just on the shore of California, there are bioluminescent creatures that every now and then, like I know the Japanese go fishing for a particular bioluminescent crustacean, I think it is, that appears at a fixed time every single year, and you'll see this effect in just isolated areas, not where you have the whole coastline. But now that has gone to these massive waves pummeling the west coast of the Americas, where first off, let me show you some of the data. I don't know how I'm going to put all of this coherently together, but I'm going to do my best. There's a silent evacuation campaign going on in California. I've explained how they don't want to admit what they've done to first off, the entire planet, which I will share here as time rolls out, but they don't want to specifically acknowledge that the entire western coast of the Americas, and I'm including Canada and Alaska, all the way down to, I think it's Chile down there. It's an entire evacuation zone whereby the radiation in that water is overwhelming. And now this is a description of what tritium, just tritium. And tritium, when I say just tritium, I learned out the facts about man-made radiation's tritium. It is disastrously harming because they stopped studying it in the 1970s. I would hazard a well-informed guess that's because they found out just how perniciously destructive and deadly it is. And it is the one isotope created by nuclear fission that they can't even begin to pretend that they've gotten rid of it. With nuclear submarines, the waste, that's what they call it. If it's killing everybody, it's not just, a piece of paper you throw into a trash bin. It's so ubiquitous that these nuclear subs just drop it out into the water wherever they go. And so this meme explains, and you can read it, you could come on over to your screen and read it yourself, but just how hazardous tritium is, because it can be incorporated into essentially all portions of living machinery and also your body mass. So when I gather up reports of crashes, airline crashes, but I've been paying attention to even problems with sailing vessels, where you see things just catch fire in a harbor for no understandable reason, when ships, their navigation systems go wild and they crash into the harbor itself, things like that nature. Tritium can be a cause, and for them not to ever mention the outcomes, the only reason why I know is because these devils have studied this crap. For them to never mention it, that tells you what the real cause is. So my issue is, I just got so much information, and I'm going to go right on over here to the Maris map. I hope that this stays available forever, but I'll leave a link so that you can find this yourself. And you could click on, if you want to spend several months clicking on each and every single dot, you will find out that all our ocean water has been steadily contaminated over the years. So when they show those articles where they're like, oh, well, it's not Fukushima, not that they say that, but they'll say, oh, the fish have been dying since 1970 this. And so, you think, well, no, but Fukushima, that happened in 2011. So that's not the source. Fukushima is just such an excessive aberration that you could look at the drastic changes on the Pacific coastline and the rollout of death coming from that. And so you can pinpoint it's the radiation. There is no substance, no pollution. That's why I did the comparison between plutonium's lethality and lead's lethality, where 500 grams of lead will kill 3,125 people. 500 grams of plutonium is enough to kill everybody on Earth, okay? So you would come on in and see 3H again. Oh my goodness, there's so many dots up over here, I can't even access them all. This is radium 228 and 226. And let's see one more over here. Oh, look, it's 3H again. That's tritium. And so here we go. Fukushima Daiichi C releases updated. That means that it's probably more because TEPCO lies. But anyway, 157 billion becquerels per day. This is from 2014. So before the tritium water, they were already just overwhelming the planet's major source of both rain and oxygen, the Pacific Ocean, every single day. 157 billion becquerels. What's a becquerel? One becquerel is the energy released by one atom of radiation strong enough, powerful enough to flip a grain of sand. You can stack 1 million atoms on the tip of a straight pin and you will not see them at all. Those 1 million atoms would kill you. One atom of radiation will kill you. I showed where the International Atomic Energy Agency at the very outset of Fukushima said there's no safe dose of radiation. So one atom, yes, it will destroy you. And so in this meme, TEPCO is admitting that in the water that they're releasing, and here, just from tritium, 150 billion becquerels per day for tritium right over here. I don't know if I could, nope, I can't. It's just a photo. But it's not just tritium in that water. It's not possible for them to filter items that are hotter collectively than the surface of the sun from the water, because it melts and degrades the systems cumulatively, second by second, hour by hour, year by year. So in those waves, which are, I understand some of them are 50 feet high, you would assume it's just right on over there in California, right? And they already got all the homeless and the crackheads that for some strange reason they can't remove them, which makes no damn sense because President Xi came on over and suddenly everything was just cleaned up. They can't do that. They can't do that. Stop. So take a guess how far salt air travels. This stumped me because I thought I was just looking for something that was going to say 200 miles. Try 900 miles. Yep. Researchers detected sea spray in Boulder, Colorado, some 900 miles from any ocean. Okay? So if it's deadly at any dose level, and it's traveling 900 miles, could that be a factor in people all over the country being taken down by a massive increased level of cancers? And I'm going to go into that one because that one is really important. But invisible, the kill me with this stuff. Yeah, literally, that's what they're hoping for all of us. Ash particles and toxic fumes from the California wildfires could leave residents coughing for years and at risk of cancer. Well, duh, especially if you're talking about plutonium, which is its most lethal when it's inhaled. So the fires that were over here on the East Coast coming from the Canadian forts that have been absorbing, I mean, I've shown you the data where the National Oceanic Atmospheric Agency has a map they put together showing the first plumes coming off of Fukushima. They deluge Canada. They deluge the West Coast. And when they burn them, according to Dr. Yuri Bandashevsky with the Chernobyl fires, he said, people are going to be overcome because you're just re-releasing the radiation. You cannot burn up radiation. It's too hot. That would be like your stove is a nuclear reactor capable of splitting atoms. No, that's not what regular, ordinary fire will ever be able to accomplish. Well, here we go. Even if they are 200 miles from the blazes, try 900 miles. And just to emphasize, because people get it confused with radiation, with pollution, common industrial pollution, that is ubiquitous. It's all over the planet in massive quantities before they even had nuclear fissioning. This stuff damages the rice genome. Fukushima, that's the Fukushima rice, they're shipping it to all black nations. And I collect the awful obituaries of Africans who are dying at unnaturally early ages, and I can't get through obituaries from ordinary people. I couldn't even probably put it on my computer because it would be too much. And that reminds me, I gotta show you. I'm gonna highlight some very good data that Organic Slant found. I know Organic Slant, more than likely he don't like us, and I'm okay with that. I don't need white people to like us. I need us to be independent, in charge of our destiny as it suits the abundance of life promoted on this beautiful planet. And so colon cancer is on the rise in young adults. What should you look for? He found this article, this medical journal here, Colorectal Cancer Studies 2023, because I noticed they've been running around wanting to say that, oh, the cancer rates are escalating. It's the jab. It's a jab. No, it's not. In this medical data, it says the risk of colorectal cancer escalates rapidly with age during 2015 to 2019. I think that's before the jab, right? They want to swear this only happened as a 2019, 2020. No, it didn't. It was happening. The cutoff at people eating, they were talking about the wine having Fukushima fallout in. They were talking about the honey having the fallout from nuclear bomb tests. Right? And so all of a sudden after Fukushima, though, you got this incredible increase. And the World Health Organization predicted there was going to be a 70% increase rise in cancer rates worldwide, in cancer deaths worldwide. And they predicted that back in 2014. Okay? And so marine Fukushima radioactivity in seawater, storm surges, and floods bring heavily contaminated man-made radioactivity from Fukushima, americium, cesium, strontium via contaminated ocean sediments onto beaches, plus flooded towns and cities, plus the daggone ocean spray from those 50-foot waves. I would say if ordinarily it's traveling 900 miles into Boulder, Colorado, it's just spanning everywhere. I got friggin' California Pacific Ocean beachfront property here in Newark. And they're just steadily trying to promote the normalization of deformities. I don't care. If you're cute, you're beautiful. And that's what they'll use. They'll use these pretty models. Where's the chick born without the toenails? Well, Whoa, ooh, got more makeup in your makeup kit left after that? Yeah, so she ripped them off. She said, what was it? She was born without toenails on her left foot, and has revealed how she went from feeling like an outcast, being totally in love with herself. They want you, when you give birth, I'm not saying that that's going to happen to you. That's what I'm working so tirelessly to stop, is any of us giving birth to children that we know we should have done something to give them a chance at a normal life. This is not cute, okay? But this, they're trying to prepare us for. The cancers, they're trying to give an alternative explanation that makes no damn sense, because most of black us, we ain't getting none of that sticky thingy in the veiny, okay? And so I know we're like, oh, they had an article, massive waves crash into California mansions, because then they know that we'll get maybe giddy. That's why the Most High said, don't gloat. Don't gloat, because it obscures your ability to think straight. You automatically assume a stereotype. And you don't see everybody's living on the shore of California right now. Right? And so when you see these waves destroying these mansions because the water is hotter, everything is more turbulent. The systems, the weather systems, I had said years back, welcome to Mars. Elon, you need to sit down. Ain't nobody going to Mars with you. We're already here. Okay? Because when you put hot and cold together, it creates more turbulence. When you got a glass of one substance and you pour something in there, before you swirl it around and it's all evenly distributed, it causes negative trajectories so that everything is swirling around, look real pretty. If you go in to Starbucks, they'll give you a whole macchiato, whatever, frappuccino with these cute little swirl patterns on the top. Okay? This is what you gotta do. Come on over here to 25,000 year cycle. You can have a investigative, deductive chat with Dr. She. You can get my book, which is the only book on the planet that has the up-to-date remedies. It's also silk hair cream. Thank you to the brother who ordered 2 jars of silk hair. You are going to love that stuff. Everything we do, the both of us, everything we do is precision formulated to heal you. My soap, wow. I don't want to get caught up in it. My books, the stories, and the covers by Brother Yappa Yappa. He announced that he's just finished his 3rd novel. I can't wait until he hasn't put it up on Amazon last time I checked. I looked for it. It's called Rashuala, Ohio. I do believe. I might be mispronouncing that, but I would love to be able to give you, the link. Maybe he'll listen to this and he'll come on in and offer a link so people could go buy his book, because we need our own narratives. We need our own narratives from people who love us, so that when we come before each other, we're not given to the blurring stereotype that white people have provided for us, that any black person out there, if they're not coming through their gauntlet of approval, so that you got black people like beloved Dr. Amos Wilson said, and they go to Harvard for what? They learn all this stuff and they're not learning how to save you and me. So what are they good for? Nothing. Right? And so you're going to get more truth from this book than you ever will from Harvard or from, whatever these Ivy League schools are. You're going to get the real truth from Furnace of Affliction, Healing Radiation Damage to the Human Body. You need this book. You can come here and purchase your copy for, I think this must be the download, but, wow. I don't know. I don't think it's the ebook. I think it's the book itself. You could get your copy for $25. I say race and get this, baby. Okay? And you will get remedies and a plan. Okay? one of you. So you know, when we are sane, we are planet changers. Okay? All right. I love you. I promised this would be short. I doubt it was. So thank you if you listened all the way. You listen not for me, but for you and everybody you love. It's just that simple. Straight Black family pride is our map to forever. Peace and blessings.